So my second response to the FAA's remote ID coming right up. What's up, all you drone maniacs? Welcome back to Drone Logic for your drone and tech-related info from my point of view. So that we know that the March 2nd deadline for the FAA's basically was giving everybody a chance to leave their feedback on the remote ID with their thoughts. Well, it's coming past, and I hope everybody expressed their viewpoint, left their opinion, let the FAA know what they think about this whole basically remote ID thing. Now, I hear that they got over 50,000 comments, so that's great. So everybody's voicing their opinion, and I hope that the FAA honors their word and they sit down there and read all the comments. But I decided on March 2nd, the last day, to leave another comment or feedback, and this wasn't a long-winded thing, just worded. What I decided to do was to highlight the biggest concern that I and basically everybody seem to have with this whole remote ID, and that's the broadcast of the pilot's location. So what I did, I look up, playing on my last video, one of my last few videos of a person who was murdered off of a Plenty of Fish Day. I decided to Google that subject, and I saw a list of people who basically were either murdered or robbed or raped or something because of setting up a date on these dating websites. So I decided to make a list of the articles, and I posted something like 7 to 8 articles between of that and people being killed for meeting up to exchange goods on those websites, and just left my comment, my feedback to the FAA. Again, this is why I stress why it's so dangerous for pilots to have their location broadcast. And I just think that this is something that the FAA, and not just I, but seems to be everybody, because this seems to be the biggest gripe that everybody have with this remote ID. And hopefully, as I say, that the FAA see the error of their ways and they adjust this whole remote ID not broadcasting a pilot's location. Again, most people don't have an issue whatsoever of people knowing where their drone is, but knowing where the pilot is, again, is dangerous to the pilot. And again, hopefully everybody express their views, let the FAA know. And of course, this probably was some broad general, basically broad general stuff coming from somebody out there who probably don't even fly drones. This whole remote ID thing, someone out there who doesn't even fly drones, they just threw some stuff together. So it's just a working process. Now, again, you can't leave your feedback now, but they have 50,000 comments, so hopefully this is enough to convince them. And like I said, I guarantee if we were to read those comments, I guarantee you the number one issue is going to be the broadcast of the pilot's location. Again, as I said before, I don't have a problem with the remote ID as a whole. Again, if they're going to start having drone deliveries, which I do believe that this is being rolled out for, it could be just a power grab, but I believe that Amazon is getting with the FAA with this whole idea notion of them using drones to make deliveries, and this is just preparation for it. And again, look, if I can, when flying, if I can see other planes on my screen or other objects on my screen coming in and I can help avoid them, that would be great. And that's something I would pay, $5, $10 a month to be able to do as a subscription. Because again, I've seen situations where on my home I could use something like that. As I said before, I live near a military base, and routinely see F-18s and F-15s flying around. And once saw an F-18 flying over my home, and God, the pilot couldn't have been no more than 300 feet off the ground. I saw a helicopter fly over my home. Couldn't have been no more than 250 feet off the ground. And had I been in my backyard, I would have been looking up at the helicopter. So I would love to be able to know, when other planes or other helicopters are coming and I can see it on my screen, makes it easier for me to avoid them. but I have a serious issue with the pilot's location being broadcast. Hopefully the FAA sees the danger to this and change that. But anyway, this has been my drone logic for the day. Hope y'all left y'all feedback. And as always, until next time.